As a kid, I remember watching my brother play hockey against St. Albert. Walking through the parking lot on a sunny day, I noticed the shine of the new vehicles and instantly determined which vehicles were from the reserve I grew up in. I could not quite put my finger on it at the time, but something was different. Being a playoff game, excitement was high as I watched parents from St. Albert pulling out their camcorders, but our boys could play some puck. And by the third period, the cameras were back in their cases. At 6 years old, seeing those new cars and camcorders, I understood that there were people who had more money than others. I learned years later, listening to my dad talk about political issues, that this was a result of the greatest robbery ever committed, what is often referred to in Native circles as the depth of a plow clause within Treaty Number 6, Door 1. At 19 years old, I remember being told I was going to be a father. The immense pride I felt telling my parents that they were going to be mushum and cookum was overwhelming. Reality hit me when my dad said, "I'm proud of you, son, but if you're man enough to make a child, you're going to have to be man enough to provide." At the time, firefighting was a well-paying job for a family man, but at 22, I was fired by my boss. He told me I was too smart for that job and to go to the nation office. Eventually, walking through door 2, I became the economic development officer for Alexander First Nation. A big aspect of the job is discussing and seeking capital dollars for various projects. Peeking back through door 1, I realized that I had witnessed financial shortcomings and the impacts it has on the health of my people since I was young. As a team, we work to create opportunities, but it is easier said than done. With surgical precision, we do our best to elude barriers that are constant, like a ticking clock. The ticks are deafening, staring down a development plan without the minimally required infrastructure to even build a home, let alone a business for an entire nation. Imagine your loved one in a home, run down and without water or heat. Imagine a driveway that is impassable when it rains or the snow melts too fast. Imagine the slow drip of a leaking roof. We have managed to help some of our older people into adequate homes not infested with mold. Getting through door 3 is a triumph that all deserve for my nation. On that day, our elders can return from the hospital and into our continuing care facility. On that day, our handicapped home is open for the residents who need it most. But on that day, they find out they are unable to connect with their loved ones during this curveball Mother Nature threw at us. Thankfully, our people can also play ball. We created Door 4 through reaching out and forming strategic partnerships with local community organizations working to reduce financial strain. Together, we created connectivity for those most vulnerable and in need of connection. Door 5 creates rising spirits, as the residents of these facilities will soon be connected with their loved ones and see smiling faces. This connection seems mechanical at first, but expressions, tone of voice, and smiles a mile wide remind people of why it matters. We need connection to be healthy, connection to each other, to our ceremonies, to our land. My parents always imprinted me by saying, "No one owes you a living. If you have ability, you have a responsibility to yourself, your family, children, and everyone's future you hold dear." Reducing the impact of financial strain on the health of First Nations communities is not about creating dependency. It is about opening doors and connecting people to opportunities. Door 6 is opportunity. Roots and wings are what I am responsible to create. Roots and wings are what I must pass on as they have been passed on to me.